understand the challenges for sure. Some value add strategies. Now we have our property performing. We've taken care of all the deferred maintenance, the vacancies. We've cured all the issues, and now we want to take it to the next level. And I was going to run through some value add strategies.
Well, when you were going over revenue generators,
yes,
you mentioned a couple things. I'm starting to get bids to put in a laundry room, which I don't have.
That's on my topic. You just jumped ahead.
Okay.
Let's talk about it now. Laundry room. So if you have a multifamily property, right, do you have laundry services anywhere right now?
Yes, in 2 of the units, but not the other 2 units.
Oh, okay. So what are you thinking?
I got ideas from different contractors, but putting a separate structure, a laundry room, and then taking out the washer and dryer in one of the units, the cottage. It's a cottage, a house, and a duplex.
Well, on one hand, if you have laundry in the unit, you can increase the rents, right?
Yeah.
And if you take the laundry out and you centralize it, you're going to get revenue from the laundry. What you might want to do is have a laundry vendor come out and give you an estimate of what you might be able to generate from the laundry income. Then you might want to look at the market survey to determine where you can bring your rents up to if you have laundry in unit. And then do a break-even analysis and decide which way you want to go. That's how I would approach it. But that laundry, let's talk about laundry for a second. Thank you. That's a great segue. Could have planned that better myself. There's a lot of different vendors out there, and we've coded it. I know they lock into these long-term agreements, 10, 15 years. It's crazy. I really don't know why they're so long. But if you do blessed to have month-to-month or coming to a term on your laundry engagement, there are other vendors out there that provide 60-40 splits. I've seen one as high as 95-5 out there. So taking a look at that, see if you can get a better solution. They should be cleaning it. They should be keeping that equipment running and operational. They can at least, if you're under current contract, switch out your equipment and put in laundry that's of better quality, laundry equipment that's of better quality. It might even be able to increase the laundry, the cost, so that you get additional income from that. So look at that laundry component, because that can make a difference in an additional revenue source. For those of you who maybe have commercial, retail, or maybe even some of the larger multifamily or hospitality, think about concierge service or delivery service. If you create an engagement master service agreement with a vendor of such, that can create not only a nice service for your tenants, but a revenue source for you as well. Hosting vocational, educational, or career fairs on your property. That could be in your clubhouse that you've newly renovated. It's a great source of income. You can put these vendors or companies under a master service agreement and charge a revenue for them being able to have the opportunity to come on site and present to your tenants. And it also provides great service for tenants who maybe there's job changing going on, right? We're going to have a new minimum wage. That could create change in the industries. Be cognizant of that, right? So if you're hosting vocational or career fairs, that might help your tenants stay, right? So just be aware of what's going on around you too. On-site after-school programs, great to consider. Maybe the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, that might be great to partner with them to create that maybe an additional revenue stream. If nothing else, a great service for those who have single parents or 2 parents that are both working and young ones at home after school. We talked about dish consolidation. It is not necessarily a great revenue source, but certainly prevents damage to your property. Appliance rentals, furniture rentals, nice to have for the executive suites. Nice to have for people who are relocating. That could be a service that you can offer. Could create a great service as well as another source of revenue. People like to gather. They like to have space. As you notice what's being built today, the A-class properties, they have retail, they have dog parks, they have little cyber cafes, they have walking trails, they have urban gardens, they have all these great little amenities. If there's any of those that you can add to your property to become the property of choice, the place they want to be. Think about that. Adding barbecue pits, adding picnic tables, adding a space where they can do some gardening, and maybe even hosting some social events throughout the year. Especially as the millennials are coming into the market to become tenants, the places they go to gather in retail spaces, right? It's the places that create an experience, not just to shop. They can shop online. We can shop online so much more efficiently today. So if you have retail or even commercial, right, make it a place to gather and engage. And that will create activity and that experience that people love. Look at the Irvine Spectrum or the Block, and down here, you know what they've done with downtown, right? It becomes a great place to gather. Gaslamp, wow, that's just been completely revitalized. And then there's a lot of little touches. I wish you could see these slides. Water softeners, ice makers, you know, send out the newsletter and email what's going on in the community, what's going on your property, what social events you're going to be hosting, maybe adding some color to the walls, maybe not just stark walls. You can add additional, you know, a charge for, yes, you want some color, no problem. That'll be another $50 a month on your rent, right? Have secured parking, having maybe a charge for the garage or the carports, but making it safe and secure. Staying current with the market analysis, we talked about that. I would leverage rent.com, apartment.com, Google, Zillow, Trulia, the MLS, CoStar, Xilligent. Use those sources to make sure you're current. Wow, that's a busy slide. So putting it all together, there is a lot of things we've covered when it comes to cost savings techniques and revenue generating techniques, culminated with a lot of nice value adds. I can run through them all again, or we can just move on to exit strategies. If you want to discuss any of these in more detail, I'll be sticking back after the